Hello, I am Stefan from mywoodcutters.com, and in today's episode of Clean Armor How To, I would like to talk about the Wood 720 Undercoater White. Now, what is this product? Many customers out there are requesting or desiring now kitchen cabinets and our cabinets painted in white or sometimes any strange or other color. Even when I had my kitchen business up until 2013, in the last few years the trend was going more towards the painted kitchens rather than showing wood grain, and I had enough customers that even specifically requested to use exclusively wood products being painted. They still didn't want MDF, so at best for a shaker door, so use plywood and so on. But yeah, so that is actually what this product is about. So this is actually, as the name implies, meant as an undercoater in white. So you can quickly seal your wood and have basically like a white primer on it, and then can still use your favorite paint or spray that you use over it, because Clean Armor works well with any other paint that's out there, whether before or after. So you can use Clean Armor finishes over other finishes and vice versa the same. So you can put your undercoat down with this because it's very fast and efficient. You spray it on, you cure it within 2 minutes, give it a quick sanding, and it's ready for the final coat. But when I tested it, I actually looked at it and it was so shiny and white and glossy. I thought, why is this only an undercoater? It's easily usable as a finishing product, and I talked to the manufacturer and they said, yeah, exactly, you can use it for that as well. So now for this purpose, I guess you can hand apply it with a brush or with a wipe-on technique, but the best results you would probably get with spraying, and that's what I'm going to do today. I have here a little piece of, it is MDF based core, and I have a top layer of birch veneer on it. So because when it comes to painted, you obviously do not want to use anything that has a very coarse grain such as oak or something, so preferably maple, birch, I guess, and beech is actually pretty much on the same side, very dense grain and smooth already. So let's get this started. I get the bottle out of the way because we want to spray. I need, for that purpose, my helmet. I need to turn my air purifier on. My gun is already ready to go. I hope, at least. I have filled it, but didn't test it yet. As you see, there's nothing white on the table yet. So, oh. No, it's not good enough. Oh, there we go. I guess I need to clean my gun occasionally. Yeah. So again, this product as well first soaks quite good into the wood. So that is what it looks like for now. But let's see what we can make out of this, because in all honesty, I don't have too much experience with it yet myself. I did one little test piece before, and that's already quite a while ago. And I turn my lights on now. 2 minutes, cure it. And also this product is tintable if you're aiming for a different color, and that's what I want to experiment with now. I never played with that before, so I thought I might as well embarrass myself in front of the camera. So yeah. So when this is cured, we give it a quick sanding, again very light sanding, and spray it over. I could actually go ahead and mix my tinting into the gun, but I can't because the UV lights are on, and that would set off the clean armor in my spray gun. So we have to be here a little bit patient. Maybe I'll cut this video right here until the lights turn off. Okay, so lights have turned out and off. I can actually take my helmet off as well for now. I already brought up the cup with the paint in it, and we want to give it a try now with tinting. And I have here, well, just a little tint that you would use for epoxies and stuff like that. So this is very high concentrated, so I just only get a little bit like this. So this is a dark blue, marine blue. Let's see what we can do out of this. So I'll simply stir that in, and I don't see nothing yet. Oh, there it comes. I guess it takes a little bit of time to dissolve. There's my lid for this here. Or depending on how much you use, I guess. I for now get a fairly light blue. Well, it's getting stronger and stronger now, because I still have the majority of it. It's fairly thick material sticking at the end of my stick. But yeah, for this demonstration that should be good enough. I feel like a underwear blue. Okay. And what I'm going to do now is simply leave this here so it can cure when the light comes on. Oh. And I'm going to give this another little shake. Cap off, gun on. Oh, I have a little bit of a leak here. Okay, anyways, that should do it. But before we continue, we quickly have to give this a sanding. Oh, not very blue, a little bit. But definitely can use here a little bit of material. This stuff is a little bit more on the thick side, I guess. This is probably also a good candidate to thin it down with some 99% alcohol. So this may not be enough in this case, so it's sprayed very, very thin. But it definitely has a blue sheen to it now. Maybe just out of fun I give it another coat just to see what it looks like. It starts to level out now even better. But it's not 100% covered yet, so Let me turn the lights on. And I guess I can cut this out so you don't have to watch here 2 minutes of nothing. Okay, lights have turned off now. Well, if you want to use it as an undercoater, this is more than plenty, more than enough now. If you want to continue with your normal favorite paint to finish this off, but I still want to see what we can do with this product. So I'm going to give it another very quick sanding. And let's spray it again. That laid down fairly nice. Oh, let me pick up the camera and show you. I'm still waiting for it to level out a little bit more, but I can still see a little bit of wood grain. I mean, not by color, just by physical appearance, but I guess this is just normal when you paint wood, because wood simply has grain. Okay, let's turn the lights on. Couple minutes. I'm gonna simply cut this out again, so you don't have to wait here for 2 minutes. Okay, lights are turned off, and actually I decided I want to go a step further. This already looks very good to me. Now, if you have a proper spray booth, unlike me, because I still have some dust issues in here, but this already looks very, very good to me. But I want to give that another coat. I actually use the time now to tint a little bit more. I hope to get it a little bit more bluish. And I also added a little bit of alcohol into my cup, hoping that it will spray a little bit better. Because the tint material is actually very, very thick. And I guess that thickened the entire Clean Armor in there a little bit too much. So let's give it a very quick sanding, not really necessary. So sanding is not really necessary at this point, because Clean Armor very well adheres to itself without any sanding, not required. However, I still had a few little dust pimples that I simply wanted to get rid of. So let's give this another coat, and just to see what that looks like. So yeah, this is a little bit more blue, and it sprays a lot better with a little bit of alcohol. 99% alcohol added. I actually built one kitchen for a couple. They wanted it in this light blue. It was very similar to this. Wow. And when I sprayed that, I was just like, oh my god, I cannot imagine having a kitchen that looks this color. But again, that's personal taste. However, when I installed that kitchen later, I was surprised how good it actually looked. Okay, that laid down very well. I turned the lights on, and while the lights are on and this product is curing, I want to bring you up a little closer to let you see. So this is definitely a good enough product for a final finishing paint. So it's not only an undercoater as the name suggests. So and now at this stage, so 4 coats in total, I cannot even see anything of the wood grain anymore. It's perfectly smooth and flat. That's actually surprising. So, but I guess that is the part of Clean Armor, it's 100% solid. So when you have normal other paints, when you take that in consideration, they only have 25 to 30% solids, and the rest are just thinners, whether it's lacquer thinner or water, if it's water-based, and all that stuff simply evaporates, and all you're left with is 25%. And if you have an uneven surface, then it will shrink down and follow the uneven lines that you have underneath. Not Clean Armor, 100% solid, so if you have an uneven surface due to wood grain and it levels itself out, it cures 100% solids. So that's where it is now extremely smooth. I'm very pleased with this. Lights are off and this is cured. Perfect. Yeah. Absolutely amazing. And as with all the products of Clean Armor, it is resistant to scratches and it is resistant to water. It is resistant to chemicals. Okay, hope you learned. I'm not sure why I even still wear that helmet. I have to take that off for my for the end. So hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed this video somewhat, and hope to see you again. Thank you for watching. Bye. Hey, it's me again. I just wanted to add a little footnote because I just watched my video that I recorded here and realized I made a couple mistakes, forgot a couple things, so I would like to add something here. At the beginning I talked about using preferably maple, birch and so on, and then actually I mentioned beech, and in actual fact that's what I wanted to say, because this is beech, not birch. So even on the beech it laid down ever so nicely. Later on in the video I talked about I thinned it down with 99% alcohol, so that doesn't mean I'm using 99% alcohol and 1% Clean Armor. So what I tried to say with that is, what I'm using here is isopropyl alcohol, 99.9% actually, and I used about 10%, or not even quite 10% of that. So I had a mix of like 10% alcohol and up 90% or so of the Clean Armor itself. And also, had I not had any difficulties at the beginning with the correct setting of my spray gun, and had I thinned it down to begin with accordingly, I'm sure we can achieve this in simple 3 coats. And another thing I also noticed is when I did my scratch mark, which is now, or scratch test, which is now easily possible, so I cannot add any scratches here. It's super strong. I did actually leave here a couple marks, and that's when I realized then, yeah, it's because I tinted the material. Now when you're tinting it, you have to be aware of that. This color actually doesn't let the light, the UV light, go through that easy. So curing takes a little bit longer than usual, where it normally takes like 2 minutes or so. So when curing a tinted product, and especially the darker you go, the longer you need to cure it. And the last note I wanted to add is like, find a tint that is more on the thinner side. Mine is extremely thick. As I mentioned, it is one of those that you would use for resin epoxy when you fill holes and so on in your wood and you want to colorize that. So yeah, there's other tintings out there that are much more on the thinner side. However, stay away from any water-based tinting, because water does not go well with Clean Armor products. So it's something, use something that is more on the chemical side, like even for on the lacquer thinner based side. Yeah, that's all I had to add. And again, I hope you enjoyed this video, you learned something, and hope to see you again. Bye bye.